Welcome back to my channel. Last time we discussed about the periodic table, and but we didn't know why there were fewer groups here and more groups here, and there is a wide gap here, right? So if you kind of divide this 120 steps from 1 to 120 as we have earlier seen here, from 1 to 120, if you have those steps are not exactly divided into two equal halves. Because why? Because because of the precession of Earth, that is the tilt of the Earth's axis is 23.5 degrees, as we all know. So because of that 23.5 degrees, there are fewer elements here and there are more elements on this side, and this triangle is not exactly divided like this as the axis should have been had it been straight, but it will be distributed on either side depending on this axis, which is actually 23.5 degrees to the right, let's say, right? This is 23.5 degrees. So that's the reason why we have lesser elements on this side and more elements on this side. And this gap, if we actually fill this gap using this triangle, what I mean is, if you fill the elements in the triangular shape, not in this shape, the present shape, fewer here, some in between, and more here. Instead of that, if we fill it in what do you call triangular shape, 1 to 120, then this is how it would look like. These elements will be filled in this pyramid, each side of this pyramid, rather there are four sides. So what we can say here is we have right now that 13 steps, right? We have right now we have only 13 steps, and only 91 elements, like here. Where is the 91? Here. Till here we have the elements, and slowly even these are being filled to 120. This is basically, the last one is 118, and as I told you, 119 is the super proton, and 120 is super neutron, 118 is the super electron, kind of. So only 91 steps or 91 steps are right now present. 13 into, though there are 9 steps, provision for 9 steps here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 steps, though there is provision for 9 stories, rather. Only 13 into 7, that is 91 elements are so far filled in this pyramid. That is, by the time this pyramid was filled, that was the evolution of matter, right? But now, as we can see, we have 9 steps and 9 planets, including Uranus and Neptune. We have 9 planets, and so that will be complete till 120. So now let's see how 120 should look like. Here, this is the pyramid from top, this top view of the pyramid, 91 steps on each side, that is 13 into 7. But instead, if you take 13 into 9, right? 117 steps on each side. One step here on the top, so 118, let's say 4 118s will be there. If the total of 9 planets are completely kind of full-fledged planets. Uranus and Neptune also, instead of being just shadow planets, if they become regular planets, then 13 into 9, 18, 117 on each side will be there. That is the next evolution. But beyond this, if you look at the what do you call the Pascal's triangle here, you have, this is where we have it now 14 steps, let us say 14 steps, but instead of 14 into 9 planets into 14 should have been 126, but instead 126 fours, it should have been 504, but we have only 364 days here. So this adjustment takes place in the sense 91 into 4 is 364. So this perfectly represents that step, that is the 14th step here. But that is not exactly, and let us also look at what would happen at the 15th step. 15th step we have 455. 455 is nothing but 5 times 91. That means even here will have sun and moon. That is, sun is 64, the moon is just 27. So we'll still have sun and moon only, but the difference is sun, moon, and basically uh, 64 is sun plus 27 is moon into 5. If you take rather no 91 into 5, if you take 455, you will get, so here you have 455 days. This is, instead of 364 days, if you evolve up to 15th step, then we will have 455 days. Similarly, if you evolve to the 16th step, topmost step, then you will have 560 days there. So that's one aspect of it. And the other aspect is basically the physical evolution, the material evolution is something like the material evolution of human body, let's say. The human body right now, present human species with 33 vertebrae. If you know biology, basics of biology, then we have, the human body has 33 vertebrae, meaning the backbone has 33 bones. So this is the present human DNA. With this present human DNA, we have 33 vertebrae. So this is nothing but the Pascal's triangle. This is the third step. Insert 1, 2, 3. We count only 1, 2, 3 like this, because those are those represent the stages of evolution. So 33 is the third stage of the evolution, and if you the human body in future, what should it look like? So the future human species with 44 vertebrae, this will have 44. Where did we take 33? 33 from here. This will be 44. If you have 44 vertebrae, then this is how it will, I mean, this is the stage of evolution of human body. And this is only physical body. Physical body has 33 vertebrae and going on to 44 vertebrae. So this, when you have 44 vertebrae, what I always tell you, there is the fallen man, or the in what do you call apocryphon of John, uh, we have three kinds of human beings: fallen human being, and then you have psychic human being, and you have divine human being. So the fallen man, that is the basically this is the material body. The material body uh, lasts till here. From here, you will have the psychological body till 126, and from 126 to basically 3432 here, that is the 14th level, you will have this will be the divine man. So, divine man, psychic man, and physical man. So, the physical man would have 44 vertebrae when he reaches the next phase. Future human species will have, when the DNA has two strands instead of 1.5 strand that we have now. If you when we get two strands of DNA, then physically we will be at this phase, meaning we will for the first time experience the fourth dimension basically. So what is this 461461? If you add up basically 4 cube, 6 cube, and 4 cube, that is 4 cube is 64 plus 64 128, 128 plus 6 cube is 216, 216 plus 128 will become 344 here. 344 is nothing but 7 cube plus 1. This the sum of these three will become 7 cube plus 1. So that is a kind of you will have the knowledge of the fourth dimension here. There physically you will grow up to you will have 44 vertebrae, and then you will have this is 7 cube plus 1 physically. Here, as I already explained in previous video, 343 is 7 cube, 2 is 2 times 7 cube, that is the twice the 7 cube twice, that is if you have this, if you call this 16 cube, then this will be 1 7 cube, and this will be another 7 cube, working right under 16 cube. 16 cubes power will be distributed by on either side by 2 7 cubes. That will be the next phase of evolution we have. And there's a generic formula we can have for the divinity and the archons. There are clearly two sides, as I always tell you. The one is on the left is basically the here what we have to the left of this center is the human evolution, the life evolution. The one onto the right is the material evolution. So so this is the left side evolution, this is the right side evolution, let's say. So this divinity will always have 10n. You can have n can take 0 1 2 3 whatever you want, and that is a generic formula, meaning if you, let us say, if n is 0, let's say, so the father will be 6, son will be 4, mother will be 2 in divinity. This is the divine side, which is actually life, life or organized life forms. Not just, what I mean is not just human life, but all kinds of life. And on this side you have, these are basically when 10 n is 0, you have 5 1 3. 5 is Betelgeuse, 3 is moon, 1 is basically fire. So these are the archons. On this side you have archons. In place of 6 in divinity, you have 5 in archons. In place of 4 in Divinity, you have 1 in Archon side. In place of Mother, 2 in Divinity, you have 3 in Archons. So these are the Archons. This is the Divinity. For example, if you take N as 1, then Father will be 16 here, 16, and Son will be 14, Mother will be 12. This is where basically Sirius, and the next sun, galactic sun, Sirius, and this is the divine man, kind of son of man. Here you have on the Archon side, this 15 cube is O. O is kind of Osiris. 11 cube is KKK, that is what we generally call Manu, or human being. This is a generic name they give for human being, but this guy is a material human being, you can say. He's 11 cube KKK, and 13 cube is the mother MMM, or Mary, Osiris, Mary, and their human son. This is I never talked about this guy, I think. I always talk about O, M, and then Sun, SUN, our Sun, basically. So that is actual Archon Sun, but there will be the human son of these two entities will be 11 cube, that is KKK. So they desperately want to restrict the world to be within this KKK. If you add 3 11s, you will get 33. So exactly what is the number of this 33 is the 33 vertebrae of human being. And if you go, his equivalent on the divine side is 14 cube, that is NNN, and 3 14s give you 42. So that 42 will be somewhere here. This is 44, and just below this it will be 42, and that 42 is the divine guy, and he corresponds to this 14 14 threes. This 14 threes will be 343. This is the Christ guy, or the enlightened one. And this 11 3 times 33 is here, you see 330 you have, and you have 462, that is 23 chromosomes, twice 23 chromosomes. 23 into 2 is 46, so 46 chromosomes, and twice. The in the other video I explained here you have pairs. This is at 46, and in pairs 92 is 23 into 4, and 4 into 4 pairs, like 23 into 4 is 92. So 46 into 2 is just 92. Sorry, 23 into 4 is 92, 23 into 2 is 46. So this is the basically 11 guy is the ordinary man, and the 14 guy is the 3432 guy is the divine man. So that's I never discussed about this before, I think, but this is a very commonly known acronym KKK, and basically it's called Ku Klux Klan, and it's not a very what do you call good society. There is a society called KKK, and it is racist society, white supremacist society. So they worship this 11 cube guy, that is some kind of man, as material man, and this 14 cube is NNN. NNN is basically the divine man. So the divine man, this is the God figure here. This is the son of God. This is the mother. figure. And here you have, this is the father figure is 15 cube, son figure is 11 cube, and mother figure is 13 cube. So 13 cube obviously, of course, represents these 13 steps on this 13 into 7, 91. That 13 is basically this entity. uh, and her son is this guy, and her husband actually is not here. He is just a kind of what do you call, uh, he is not he's kind of a soul. He is not physically there, nor you can feel God. But these guys, these two guys, are physically present. So this is the divine man, and this is what do you call generally in this um, I will show you what he is called in another. It is not very clear, so I'll take one clear picture and I'll explain you. Here, let us say we have a guy called Michael in Christianity. Me is, this is the me. Me is 91. That is 91 is nothing but corresponds to the 14th step, right? Now the 14th step is here. If you take this one here, the 14th one is 91. So this is called me in esoteric language. And me, ka is actually ends with 11. The world between here to here is called kenoma, and this is ka. Ka is 11th letter. So this ka, me, ka, L is 12. So this 14 guy is a son of 12, and is he lords over the area between this 14 and 11, and his mother being 12, father being 16. So this is a Michael guy. Michael is here, and this you can call him the Samael, because just below this you have the letter S. Uh, so that's Michael and Samael, and yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to explain today. Let us meet some other time with something else more interesting. So thank you for watching the video. Bye.